Well, here we are doing a quick draft before bed. First pack, unfortunately, our rares door to nothingness, which will not be played. Reckless Brute's okay, Griffin Protector's pretty good, Crimson Muck Wader's good, but forces you to be in two colors. The Force Mage is tolerable, Liana Shade's okay, Divination's pretty good. I'd lean toward Griffin Protector or Divination. Since Harbor Serpent doesn't matter, all we're passing is Safe Passage and Pillarfield Ox. But, gonna go ahead and take the Divination there. We'll see what we get. There's another Harbor Serpent. It still doesn't really matter. Dusthill Worm's pretty solid. Healer's okay. War Falcon. Crippling Blight is solid enough removal. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Reckless Brute. Flames of the Firebrand, probably the best card in the pack. Next would be Bloodhunter Bat. Fairy Invaders is also really, really good, though. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Flames. Rewind is fine. This pack's pretty terrible. Safe Passage is okay. I guess we'll take the Rewind. Flames is really, really good in this format. There's so many 1 toughness and 2 toughness guys that you just really want to kill. And worst comes to worst, it can still take out like Vampire Nocturnus or Nighthawk. Scroll Thief, pretty fond of. Wit's End is a terrible rare. Baloth is subpar. Attendant Knight's pretty good, but Scroll Thief, I think, is what we're going to go with there. Here we got another Divination, and I'm fine with that. It's that, or maybe the Krenko's Command. You'd pick up Krenko's Command while hoping to get a Arms Dealer at some point. Something to support it. And anytime you start playing blue, you just dream to open up Jace, since he is pretty much the best limited planeswalker. Because he survives for 2 turns, you probably just win the game every time. With that being said, Garrick is a complete powerhouse, getting a 3/3 every turn. Unsummon's pretty strong, smells decent. Tormented Soul's a good card, Fungal Sprouting's okay, but we're going to go ahead with the Unsummon. It'll be harder for us to get an Unsummon than a Crush type spell. Reverberate's interesting. Essence Scatter's pretty good. Ring also is pretty solid. Enough Mog Flunkies can be good too. I'm gonna go with the Essence Scatter, but I wouldn't hurt my feelings to take the ring either. Another Brute. Brute's decent because you can use it as a blocker for 1 turn at least if you just play it on your second main. And he does trade with a lot of things pretty well. Centaur Courser probably being the most notable. He also gets rid of the Death Touch Scorpion. If he chooses not to block, it's still 3 damage to directly to the opponent. This is all awful, but we'll just take the blues so that other people don't see it late. I think Volcanic Strength will potentially be better for us. If our opponent's playing red, of course, we get unblockable guys. Goes well with Scroll Thief. Second Krenko's Command. That's a little bit odd to see that late, but there's stranger things. I'm a huge fan of Rewind. Loved it in Urza's block, so love it now. It's Very, very powerful ability. Well, Ground Seal isn't doing us any favors. Entrancer's okay. Torch Fiend. Smelt, there's the name I couldn't remember. I guess we'll just take the Entrancer, but that's a harsh pack for us. Voidstalker's a bit better, though. We'll gladly take that. Primal Clay was noteworthy. Of course, there was a ring and another Fettelkin Entrancer. But the Voidstalker just gives us a lot of reach. Be able to get rid of a problematic creature is never a bad time. And more rarely, if there's a pacifism or something on one of your guys, you can shuffle yours away as well. It's worth considering. Fairy Invaders or a Furnace Whelp, and I just think the Invaders is probably better for us. Very, very fond of that card. Very, very powerful effect. Another Brute or another Scroll Thief, and I just think Scroll Thief is better. And there's an Arms Dealer. That's just perfect, because we've already got 2 commands. It's an awfully late Arms Dealer, too. Right here we have Water Courser as an option, or Smelt. And despite the fact that we're getting pretty bulky at the 3s, I think Water Courser is still the better call. Still feel like we can pick up a Smelt or 2 in the next rotation. Fairy Invaders almost always should get you a free card of value. Or at the very least should be a trade with a problematic flyer. It's very easy to bait your opponent into attacking you. You just have 5 mana and that in hand. And a Firewing Phoenix. Definitely the best card in the pack. Chronoton's okay. Yeah. Can't really argue with that. And then a Blade Tusk Boar, another great card. Evasion effects are very, very powerful. I'd like to see a Tricks of the Trade or 2. It's normally not very highly picked, but it goes very well with both Scroll Thief and Reckless Brute. So we've got our Torch Fiend, who I just generally prefer to Smelt because he can attack. Yeah, here I'll take Wild Guess. It's a solid enough card. Arsonist to go with the Arms Dealer. So we're at 13 creatures. I almost feel like Trumpet Blast might be worth taking. And there's our Smelt. Let's see if our third rare will be more useful than our first 2. Planar Cleansing, unfortunately not. So we got the Red Ring, which I am generally pretty fond of, but we also have a Searing Spear and a Flames. I'm going to go with the Flames in this particular case, which is a shame. I do love that it's instant, but maybe we'll get lucky. Now here I have to choose between Fogbank and Blade Tusk Boar. It's possible the boar will come back. It's not likely we'll get another shot at the fog bank. If not the boar, we should get the tricks of the trade. Fog bank's a very, very valuable defensive card, and I think it's very underrated. As much as I want the goblin, we have to take the geyser. It's just the best card in the pack by far. Ugh, a Yeva's coming through. Woken Terran's probably our best bet. Augur's okay. We don't really have enough that I'd want to grab. I think Woken Terran's just a better call. Shame we didn't see Krenka that late instead of Yeva. Fervor. Tricks of the Trade may be the best pick. Fervor is pretty valid, though. It's actually what I'm leaning toward. Windrake or Goblin? I'm actually going to go with the Goblin, although I just think the looting effect is that powerful, and it also works with Arms Dealer. A 2-2 flyer for 3 is certainly very solid. Here is not doing much. I guess Kite Sail. It's either that or the Goblin Battle Jester, who really doesn't impress me too much, but the Kite Sail goes well with Skull Thief. So here we have another Dragon Hatchling or Essence Scatter, and I think we're better off with the Essence Scatter. Tricks of the Trade or Ring. I think we're going to go with the Tricks. Twice. Index seems fine. Actually, don't think we're going to be playing the Entrancer. He's normally one of my favorite guys to run around with. And we got the ring anyway. Very weird. Well, we're lacking a lot of things I would have liked. I would have liked a Searing Spear. Another Arms Dealer for sure. I think we have certainly a solid build. I don't think Fervor will be that necessary, not with the ring. I mean, all our brutes already have haste. It'd be nice because it does put your opponent on edge, typically. I don't know if it'll deserve a spot. So before anything else, I guess that's what we're looking at. I'd like to run the commands, but I don't know if it's worth it. So we have the Arsonist and the Rummaging Goblin. I guess we can just bring in the Fog Bank if they're too aggressive. But I almost always like having it in play. I think maybe we'll cut a Reckless Brute. Just go from there. I think 16 lands is quite enough. So we have no double colored things until our red, and of course our Firewings 3 to bring back. But we'll see how that goes. Here we are in round 1 of our draft now, so seems a fair enough hand. Actually going to have to get rid of the first striker before turn 3 so our brutes can get in. We'll just go ahead and do that now. Well, if we can draw an island by our 4th turn, we could have a 5 power unblockable guy, but these colors kind of make that uncomfortable. Feel just fine trying to shuffle out our next guy. Divine, oh, safe passage. That's not as bad as pretty much anything else he could have done. It's important to play the land so we can burn out a fairy. That's the route he goes. Another safe passage almost seems wasteful at this point. But it does kind of indicate that he doesn't have much else that he can do. I don't see him getting to 3 white anytime soon. Or planar cleansing, of course, would be the only thing to worry about him overextending this way. Voidstalker came out in case he plays a creature that we just need to get rid of. Oh, that's certainly an option too. But I'm going to Volcanic. And then swing in team. We'll lose one of our brutes. But our other one should become unblockable the next turn. His other option is blocking the Voidstalker so that we can't remove any future threat. And that would save him 1 damage this turn, but it gets awkward after. Yeah. All seems just fine. I'm threatening unsummon more than anything else at this point, although I would have probably unsummoned the token if I had it. To deal with Fairy Invader if he does play it, instead of having to shuffle away our Void Stalker. I don't think he really has many opportunities now. He could sleep, I guess, buy himself a turn. Yeah, it was way too aggressive for him, and now that we see how he's playing, we can bring in our other brute. Um, I don't think much else is relevant. We'd probably be fine. Just playing the 2, but because he does have several first strikers that could make it awkward. But we have plenty of evasion effects, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll just leave him out. I think 2's fine. Here we are in our game, and we're on the draw. And I'm going to keep it, because I like Scroll Thief, the Ring, and Divination, as well as the Blade Test Boar. Certainly hoping to see a mountain on our next turn. Nope, no luck on there. So go ahead and shuffle out Divination and hopefully answer our mana problems. Ooh, that's a little awkward now. Was really hoping for a land on both points there. I don't think it's reasonable for us to shuffle out the other Divination because we're going to end up discarding too many cards. So I guess we'll just try the Swingful 2 at the moment. We're not really in any imminent danger. It's only 3 damage. And 1 mountain currently clears his board. I was hoping to get an attack with our Scroll Thief. If we would have drawn a land, that would have become an available option. Scroll Thief, give him haste, swing it for 1. I guess we still go ahead and attack here. Well, that makes this more awkward. I don't suppose we'd be lucky enough for him to use his second ability. The best luck we could have would be him using the plus ability on the silver coat. Because then we unsummon that. Flames the other two. Or we can just Tricks of the Trade our Brute. I guess we'll go that route. Encrust would be awkward now. There's plenty of things that are awkward, but our Brute definitely got the job done there. We could have just attacked with the Welkin Terran and used our flames, but I would have much rather go a different route with it. Awkward. See, I can be greedy now, and I can play my Scroll Thief, and I can give him haste, and I can try to attack. But I don't think that's the correct way to go. I'm just going to go ahead and unsummon our guy. And replay him in Swingful 5. I wanted to do that, but I'm certainly not letting there be a chance that he's going to hit me for 8 damage. Yeah, it seems unnecessary. Now we're faced with two options. I can get in for an extra 3, which actually I think is the best call. I mean, we're going to lose our Reckless Brute, but I'm not that bothered because the damage is worth it. So we'll put our opponent at 4. I mean, we can basically at 1 at that point. Go ahead and equip our ring. Be all angry and aggressive as we tend to be. Watch our ogre get eaten alive by lions. It really just seems like a pleasant afternoon overall. I mean, what more can you ask for? Augur Bolas isn't going to find him an answer in this situation. So, regardless of what he reveals, we win this game. Face Reward is a cute card, though. Goes really well with both of these. And Acidic Slime, as my other video showed. So we'll take 3 and we'll win. Tends to be a fair trade. There's round 1.